And we are live. I hope everybody is having a great Wednesday, or if it's already Thursday for you, I hope your Thursday's off to a great start. Like we said before, for our next Q&A series topic, we were going to go live for our next main portion of the topic. We already have our intro video to this topic on bots, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put in the top right corner of the screen, so you guys can go watch that, just so you can get caught up on and get a better idea of what this main part of this Q&A series topic is going to be about. But that being said, just a bit of a recap, just going over bots in a general form of what they are and the most common bots that you would normally see. What do you normally are the most likely place you're going to see them, and then also some malicious bots as well as part of our discussion on bots, and then also just answering your questions to those who have it in the chat as well too. Just any questions you would have, whether you create content or you aren't sure on some questions on bots. You've heard about this term a lot, especially recently in technology, but you aren't really quite too sure on who to ask or like how to ask certain questions. But that's why one of the reasons why we're having this topic right now. So I'd like to say thank you again to Fleffernator for suggesting this topic. So you'll see his channel name in the title of the live stream. So thank you again to him for suggesting it. So with that being said too, like I said, we're just going to go over in a general idea of what a bot is, so people just have an idea of just a working definition of it as well. A lot of people think it's a really complex topic in terms of the applications of what bots can do in our daily lives and how it affects us, or in terms of how they can influence our future. People think it's like really complex, but just for simplicity purposes and just to make it easier to understand, just in general, a bot is just an application or a program designed to carry out a specific function or task. It's generally automated and usually doesn't require any human intervention or any sort of person to initially execute the program or to start it. It's just a way to automate certain tasks that previously, before bots were able to do it, they were done by people. But now you have a way to either script or have a program that's created or to automate a particular task. To have now that can be automated now for in this now that you don't have somebody else having to do it. Now, there are some bots where it would have to be an initial command that where if they want a program or a bot to be executed, there would have to be some input there. But in typically, usually it's just it's automated. So it's automatic. So there isn't any human intervention that's required to go with it. And some of the more common examples of bots too, now even though it may seem like even if it was a simple definition there, it's still somewhat confusing. Most of the most commonly used bots you would have are chatbots, and for example, just be Google Assistant or Siri, Cortana, and also Alexa too for Amazon products as well too. Those are most common chatbots as well. They only just in recent years have gained more popularity or brought more into the mainstream, just because like before the technology wasn't really widely used. It still was just in its working stages. Bots or automation of certain tasks in general have been around for several years. There have been at least very basic or rudimentary programs that have been used for this, but only until recently, especially with the proliferation of smartphones and smart devices. Now you see them more. Hey, Rusty, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. How's it going this evening? Thank you for being here. Welcome. But now that you see too with smartphones, and then I'm doing all right tonight. Rusty, thanks for asking. How are you? You now see like just with smartphones and with tablets. Also, if you play video games as well too, video game consoles, whether it's a PS4 or an Xbox, you see it in all different types of devices, and obviously the progression in which bots are being implemented in our daily lives is only going to continue to increase. But it wasn't really until technology, or at least devices, not only became more mobile and more compact and more easily accessible, but that's when we started to see bots at least not only being more introduced into the mainstream, but in general now we see just more having either just a chatbot interaction or just certain things that were done by people previously are now just being automatically done. So in general, you either see either Alexa Dot, or you just see either an iHome or whatever you have to for a digital assistant. That is basically at least a physical, tangible way of looking at it too. I was learning about. Oh, you were, huh? Interesting. Was it part of a history class, Rusty? What class were you taking where you were talking about that? So you usually don't talk about that in school, but yeah. I don't think I ever learned about like cults really in school too. I think they just never really like went with that topic in general. But Also, just getting back to our topic in general, like I was saying too, Alexa or iHome, those are at least physical, tangible forms of bots that we know. Philosophy. Oh, okay. When I took philosophy classes too, I think they just went over just the general. I think it was like Kant and Plato, just general philosophers too, and then just went over some just basic philosophical themes or just ways of thinking, whether it's utilitarian or and also Ayn Rand as well too. So utilitarian was like one of them as well too. But that's what I remember from the philosophy classes I took. But in general, it's like I didn't really actually talk about cults in that way. But anyway, so most people, whether they know it or not too, they've either interacted with some type or some permutation of a bot. They've also either used it before too, either just to find something out, whether it's to check the weather or check sports scores, or either to set an alarm or to place an order, whatever it is too. Especially in the past decade or so too, people have interacted with some permutation of a bot. Now, in general too, there are good bots and bad bots as well too. Again, going back to our just basic definition too, it's just a program designed to carry out a task. So as general as that sounds too, so there are both good permutations and bad permutations of bots in general. Some of the more, I guess, malicious bots or just bots that you would see too, those are more along the lines of you would see either just with viruses or malware or phishing attempts that some people try to do to try to take people's information without their consent, or they try to compromise somebody's particular computer. But again, there's like various forms of malicious bots that go there as well too. And this like particular topic too, we're not going to really just delve into just saying which we think is the best either software or best method of going after each malicious bot too. That again, it all depends on your situation. It all depends on whatever your knowledge is of not just whatever device or computer you're using. Man of bits, but yeah, bots especially too, rusty in chats as well too. I was gonna get to that as well too. At least my experience with it, not just in just talking about either just with Siri or Alexa or Google Assistant, but in general too, when it comes to just in our chats too, whether it's for when we're streaming here on YouTube or Twitch or wherever else, just in general too. I think it's like some people too, even though bots have only been introduced at least in the mainstream for just around a decade or so too, they're far from perfect. In general too, they say it's a machine learning, meaning that it'll know at least more of what you're looking for, what you want, and trying to cut down the time it takes to either deliver on some task or to complete whatever function it's supposed to complete in a short amount of time. But as of right now too, a lot of bots in general too, unless it's like very basic functions too, that are either scripted, whether it's in Alexa or wherever else that you're using, or Google Assistant or whatever, bots aren't really super useful as of this point. I assume like as we go more into developing bots too, more in that technology, I think there should be able to carry out more complex functions. But as of right now too, at least in my general experience and for me using it for a lot of my devices, I have tried using them before too. And sometimes it gets it's inconsistent at best for me, whether it's Google Assistant or Alexa, whatever I'd use it, because I tried different digital assistants to give each of them a chance. I usually just on my phone here too, just use Google Assistant. And sometimes if it's just something really basic, it'll just come up. I'm just looking for something, instead of like typing in the search box for Google, their search engine, it would just be easily come up too. If I'm just wondering if there's either a restaurant near me or, if this, what time does a particular place close, that's pretty easy just to see. But it's something more complex too. I don't know, the bot doesn't really seem to really understand either more complex tasks that you would like it to do. But again, the bots are only as, we only have the capability as whoever programs it. But again, in the future too, I would like to hope that bots can carry out more complex tasks too, so that, people, whether it's they can be either doing something else that's either more useful, or they can either focus their time on things that are more productive. But again, that's all going to depend upon how the any development of the new technology or any new functions of bots that can be carried out. Real Radar, welcome to the stream. Hey, Eric. Not much. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. But not much. Figured out, like we said, as promised, that we were going to stream here on YouTube tonight. Just going over our latest Q&A series topic. But yeah, we were just talking about, this was suggested by one of our other supporters. We're just talking about just bots in general. And then whether it's like you create content or you just interact either with a Google Home or Alexa, whatever it is too. In some point or in some way in your life, you have interacted with a bot. I was just going over my experiences. I was saying in general too, with devices I have too, whether it's my phone or my tablet. At least my impression of bots too, at least what's available to us now. But yeah, with that being said too, like I was just saying, in general, my experience has been inconsistent at best. Just because for I was saying more complex tasks or something that would be relevant to me or something I would need, the bot or the whatever it's Alexa, Cortana, Google Home or Google Assistant, Siri, they haven't really been able to carry those out. But something really basic. Hey Wyatt, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us tonight. How's it going? Welcome everybody. Thank you to everybody for joining us. But yeah, for basic, just trying to figure out like if something is either open or a restaurant's open, or if I want to check the weather or a sports score. But yeah, bots are generally fine for that. But more complex tasks too. There's definitely more work that needs to be done. I'm doing all right tonight, Wyatt. Thanks for asking. I'm doing all right. Now coming to streams too. When people see either stream elements, they see those different links they put into our chat, whether it's for our Twitter or Instagram, the rules of our community, donation links, let's say Twitter, our PSN ID, or email, whatever it is too. That is a good example too of those who are in our streams. But I'm doing all right, Rusty. I think you were just asking why, but that's all right. I'm doing all right. But yeah, that's another a bot as well too in our streams, whether it's on here or on Twitch. That's just a bot that's designed to carry out to periodically put either our social media links into the chat or to remind people of our rules. That's the function that's carried out to do. So the way it's set up too through Stream Elements too is you go to the chatbot commands option at the menu and type in whatever command you would want. You just say whatever message that will appear. So just a very basic. There's the input is what's the command that you have it put? It's set automatically. You have it on a timer, which means that's more of the automated portion of it too. You don't have to manually type it in, even though you could manually type that into. Which I like about Stream Elements too is it gives you that option to either have it automated completely, or you could just have it typed in manually, just depending upon if it's needed at a particular point in the stream if needed. And then it's just a simple output or just what you would see on your screen once the command's typed in. So for example, it would be Twitter. It would just be Twitter, and then we'll just say follow us on our Twitter, and then it'll say @VerdictSquadNow. So that's a very basic way of just like using a bot. Like for that, at least the very basic sense, like it's somewhat handy. But then now I'm getting to the rest of it too, where Stream Elements isn't really always consistent. It doesn't always either put in the correct links, or when you try to update a particular command or update a particular link, it doesn't do that. And for some reason, it's weird for a Discord link too, especially when we're streaming. It's just it won't put in the correct link. I couldn't understand why, but it's like I really don't get it too. Now I could ask like for their support, I guess too. Say like why it keeps doing that, because for all the other links I would need to edit or change, those are fine. But for some reason, I guess my only thing is it could be if you put a particular link to your channel within the command too, that may end up changing it somehow. But that shouldn't be the case too, because we do it for Twitter and Instagram and other accounts that we have too. But those seem to be fine. So I'm not sure why like there's an issue with our Discord that's doing that. So I don't know. That would be a good question I would have for them as well. I would hope there was like even a better at least solution, or at least bot out there that would actually make it a lot easier. And even though it's somewhat helpful too to just have the links automatically being put into our chat, so I don't necessarily have to like do it, so I can just focus on what I'm doing while I'm streaming. But it definitely could be a lot of room for improvement there. But yeah, so again, if anybody has any questions on bots in general too, or with your experience of bots as well too, let us know in the chat. Thank you to everybody for joining us. Also, if you'd like to, feel free to check out people's channels here in the chat. If you see somebody that you would like, or you would like any of their content too, I definitely encourage you to at least watch it, just to at least give feedback and tell them what you think about it. Just to see, if there's something either like new content you didn't discover yet, or it's just a way to like, just see, just see like, what's out there on this platform too, other than what you normally see on your homepage. But I don't know, it'll just be another way to like just to discover new content as well. But that being said too, if anybody has any questions into the chat, let us know. And just like going over more again too on bots in general. Also like companies use this as well too. It's not just only through experiences of any individuals too, but also companies also try to put this into either their support when we're speaking of support from Discord, their own chatbots for support or the help page if you had a question. Companies have been trying to do at least implement that. Now, I think one of the more famous ones too is recently now you had Domino's. I think you could still order. I think you can either reorder whatever's your favorite reorder on Domino's through I think a pizza emoji. I think they still have that because they came out a little while ago. Get rid of bots. Oh, like a kill bot. I think there could be Rusty. I think you could program one to do that. You could either go after either. I don't know if it's like all bots. I don't know if that would like work because that would just be self-destruct. That'd be kind of like that'd be a paradox too because you would have a bot designed to kill all bots, but the bot itself is a bot. So would that mean it to destroy itself too? I think that's probably possible. I wouldn't have really a need for it really, but to get rid of certain bots in general too, I guess like right now just for streamers, I would just turn either just turn it off or just either not give it permission or access. Oh, thank you, White. I appreciate it. Just give either the bot, whether in our case Stream Elements. Originally we used Nightbot, but that wasn't a good bot overall. Not in the sense it was a malicious bot, but it just didn't really work that well. I don't know what it was, whether it was just through just for here or wherever else too. It just didn't work that well for just posting just links to our chat for our social media accounts. It wasn't really a complex task. It was just something that should have been fairly easy. I don't know why, or at least in my experience, like Nightbot wasn't very good. Stream Elements did a little better, but again, we could probably do better than Stream Elements too. I've heard of other ones like Batissimo. I'm not sure how well that would work for us too. I haven't tried it yet. No, I'm probably just still trying to at least explore if there's like either easier ways to. Boo. Hey, Bottle Caps, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I know it's been a while since we talked to. How's everything at your shop? Hope everything's well. But yeah, hopefully we can just find at least a better bot to just make it easier, just like on all of us too overall. Too. Oh, no problem, Rusty. No problem. I know it's late for you. Don't worry about it. But ooh, busy. Oh, well, I mean that's a good thing, I guess too. It's keeping you busy. But I don't know. But anyway, like I was just saying too, I don't know like how well just changing the Baptismo will work too for our chat too. But just probably would be better too, at least for Twitch, just to put our links just into panels in general too. Probably be easier just to do that. But I don't know. I would just hope that in general that bots just become at least the ones that can actually be helpful, where you don't have to worry about certain things or certain tasks that you have to do during a stream, whether it's reminding people of rules or sharing a Twitter link or Instagram or whatever. It'll just be easier, just to make it easier on you. But again, I don't know like how it would be an improvement versus Stream Elements, or it would be worse. Be like a Nightbot would be for Batismo. But yeah, again, just that being said, if anybody has any questions about either bots in general, or to share their experiences on bots too, whether it's on here or just on other social media accounts or any other websites too, feel free to share. Let's see here too, and then in general, I know I was trying to make this like more of like I guess a beginner stream too, not a beginner, but like not trying to be so advanced where most people would either probably not think about these things or wouldn't really be able to grasp it significantly. So if it seems like we're not delving really that deep into any sort of detailed situation for people, I'm a fan of boats. Oh, nice. Yeah, he's got like a bunch of eagles on there too. He's a lot of like nature, a lot of like either picturesque views of nature, given where he lives too. But yeah. Hey Sarah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you had a good day of work. Thank you for being here. But yeah, like I was saying too, but in general, yeah, there is auto gaps. But in general, just for bots too, a lot of this even before I started this channel or Twitch too, I didn't really think it was a decent day. Oh, I'm doing all right today, Sierra. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. But in general, I didn't really think too much about bots too before, I really just started with social media or started with this channel or Twitch, mostly because either my interactions were just something really basic too, where I just need to like have an answer to a simple question, or didn't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. But in general, and I don't know, it's just something that didn't really cross my mind. But this was before. So when I started using social media, it was just back before where bots were only just starting to be introduced into like more I guess, mainstream contact or mainstream interactions too. Like I was saying too, with now more phones and tablets and smart TVs or any smart enabled devices, just bots became more prevalent in our society. But now, uh, just saying too, just like it's more important just to be educated in general too, especially like for me and for our channel as well. Just because the more that we know too, that can help improve our channel, the better. Just because yeah, it's like I'd like to entertain people too, but I also like to educate people as well too. Just because just it's something more you can just offer on a channel in general. Again, that's just only my opinion on it. But again, uh, now it's in the case of I guess for bots too. I don't know if it'll be to the point too in the near future where it's either most bots would handle a lot of different tasks too, where I guess like people would either become too reliant on bots too, or bots would just either for some reason not give either accurate or consistent information, or you get to the point too where it'll be tougher to either get an answer for a more difficult question. But again, we'll have to see, I guess, the development of technology and just see people's experiences with it in general. But I'm not sure why, just in general, with just your basic chatbots of just Google Assistant or with the Siri, Cortana, or Alexa too. I would think that at this point too, they would have probably been a little more improved than where they're at now too. But I guess they're just more focusing on just trying to sell either Alexa, Echoes or Dots or Google Homes or now Facebook Portal now too. Too many mistakes. Yeah, they do, Sierra. I know. We can think of one in particular for our streams. We can think of one in particular. Yeah, I was just saying too. I would think that I don't know. At this point too, I think either there should be a better feedback loop, just like letting people know, like, okay, yeah, I have this bot that I was trying to work to, but is that picking on me? No one's picking on you, bottle caps. I mean, unless you want me to. I mean, I could just call you out. Just to only mention it by name to you, make the whole stream just about bottle caps. But I'm just kidding. But I would hope that I don't know, just like it'd be easier to. This goes back to just helping people set up either their YouTube channel if they decide to have a channel here or wherever else too. Bots would just be part of it too, where they would be able to not only use them, it'd be easy or simple to use and also simple to set up and to maintain, but also they understand more on not just how bots make their, at least how running a channel makes it easier too, but what is it now with that extra time now? They don't have to do certain things that bots do now too, but they can use their time better. So I guess it would just go back into, just really helping people just like with their own YouTube channel. But again, that's just only my opinion on it as well. But again, I know just with bots too, there are some like other evil or bad bots out there as well. Some of them too, you'll probably just hear this too. In some video games too, there are aim bots too. Just some people will just like complain about. I don't really like delve into like the whole, oh well, someone would probably just either use an aim bot or just something like in a game too requires aiming, just aiming at an enemy. But in general, wasn't really gonna try to like delve into the whole. All right, well, I don't like game bots. I don't like this bot, and this is the worst one. I'm not ranking, the best bots versus the worst bots too. It's not really like that. But as in, a good bot is Nightbot. The bot on. You think so, Rusty? I've tried using Nightbot before, but like I was saying before, it wasn't really that good for us. It was just difficult to use, and I don't know. It just actually made things harder versus actually making it easier. Stream Elements too, it's better, but it's still far from perfect. Like I was saying before too, just for Stream Elements too, just Stream Elements and Discord links just don't get along. I don't know what it is. They just don't put the right Discord link in. Even after you edit it, you go in and it for some reason doesn't like change. I don't know why. You say, okay, that was the old Discord link too. Now we're gonna put in our updated Discord link. It's like, no, we're gonna share the old one. Just because it's like, yeah, this is what you had before. I mean, I'm just doing what you said before, not like what you're asking me to do now. But anyway, but I don't know, like, what other better options. I know a Battissimo, like I said, or better other options that are out there than before. But again, I just like going back to it, like other malicious bots too. They're just like I was saying too, like with worms and viruses and bots too. That actually there's some of them too that can, depending upon how complex like the program is too. Some of them could be either be on your internet too, and then end up taking up more of your bandwidth, or I guess the amount of capacity that you would have to either to download, whatever to if you would like download or upload. You drinking water? What happened to the four? I don't have that big coffee pot anymore, bottle caps. That's why. It's an a-hole though. Yeah, I agree, sir. Yeah, Night. Yeah, I agree. Nightbot's something else. How come you're not sitting in the kitchen? How not? Oh, because I don't live in that apartment anymore, bottle caps. That's why. Uh, I do miss that old big coffee pot though. It was just more convenient where you just make a big pot of coffee and you just drink it gradually. I don't have that anymore, even though it didn't taste very good. Especially it wasn't fresh anymore, and that was the problem too. I didn't. It used to be like I forget how big it was too. It was like I think it was like up to 50 cups of 8 ounce cups of coffee. I think it was the maximum. I never like made the max. It was always around like between 12 to 20, at least like just under half of like what the big, I guess it was like an urn it was called, even though I wouldn't name like a particular pot and urn. Does this apartment have a kitchen? Well, I'm not in an apartment right now, because I don't live in that apartment anymore. Uh, that old apartment did have a kitchen. Yeah, that's where when I first started streaming, that's where I would do a lot of streams in the kitchen. But then this was before I bought this stand right here too, and then I was able to at least move like the camera of my phone to a different places where I used to be. And everybody liked the kitchen for some reason. I've noticed that too. They're just like wondering like, oh, why don't you sit in your kitchen anymore? Well, technically, if you keep food somewhere too, I mean that depends on your definition of kitchen. Now, I could get like a mini fridge in here, and then just keep food here, like I guess non-perishable food or like non-refrigerated food in here too. I could call this a makeshift kitchen. I could do that. It wouldn't be the same though, I know, but at least you get back to like the whole back to that feel of like at least the ambiance of like the setting in which we're streaming. But again, that being said, too, thank you to everybody for joining us. Again, if anybody has any questions about bots, shot of the ceiling. Oh, I know. Thank you. Yeah, you just gotta look up. Like I was saying too, Botcaps, you gotta keep looking up. But yeah, the way it works is the kitchen. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. One day too, if I'm able to like go back into like in my own kitchen too in an apartment, we can do that too. Like for now, but before then too, it was just easier just because the countertop in my old kitchen and the chair I was sitting into, it was like the right height. It made it easier to even without this stand here that I'm using now. It made it like easier to stream that way. But just I don't know, I was just trying like that too. It's just like I didn't want to just like sit in my kitchen too. I tried laying. I remember too. I tried like just like laying back too, instead, or just like either just like not just being like back. I would just probably be like just kind of like a recliner too, which is like against like a second chair as a recliner too. But then my face would be too far back, so it'd be something like this. My face would be too far back, and then people wouldn't see it. Ooh, right, right. Yeah, nobody would want to see that too, Balcups. I know. It's like yeah, so you try some things too, but yeah. But I don't know. But before too, when I was streaming for like 2-3 hours on here too, it was just important to try to make me as comfortable as possible. That's why. Because sitting for 2-3 hours of streaming too over an extended period of time too, when you're doing it nearly every day too, it's a grind. I don't know. Like for coffee too. Ooh, Starbucks. I didn't buy any like they don't have like any of the other. I had like another Starbucks coffee I tried before. I shared it on a stream here too. I forget when I did it. I don't know. There's like nothing else I would really want to. I think maybe even a Java Monster as well, because I've tried those before too. The Java Monsters are pretty good. I don't know which one we used to cost always $5, but now it's $7. $5 now it's $7. Well, now it's called $7. Well, maybe they're just trying to. It's called marketing. Maybe it's $7. I think that's just purely marketing. Bottle caps. It's like 40% markup, and it's like, hey, bottle caps is here. Wait, we still called $7. Now we're called $9. We're called $9 now because bottle caps is here. I'm just kidding. But anyway, if anybody has any questions about our topic too, feel free to share into the chat. But yeah, just like researching this topic too. Actually, I learned a lot more than I thought I was going to just from bots too. From something that from just when you try to use it, you could park a small, small. Oh, I said fiat. Yeah. I don't know if I want a fiat. It's worth it. Even if it's $10. Ooh. Sierra would be a big tipper at Starbucks. You'll be like the barista's favorite. Fiat. Ooh. Got a Fiat too. No, I prefer my Honda. I don't know if I would want a Fiat right now. I'm not really a fan of like Fiats right now. I don't know. It's just not my type of car. I think but I think there's a Ferrari used to be owned by Fiat and now it's independent or it's like the other way around. So I don't remember. But I don't know. Yeah, Fiat was like this big Italian car company. besides like Lamborghini and Ferrari, Maserati, and then Fiat. It's like I think a lot of cars on there. Italian. It's a baby Ferrari. Ooh. No, I know it's Italian, but okay, but yeah, baby Ferrari. Ooh. It's like Ferrari training wheels, I guess. But anyway, like for our topic as well, part of it too is you would see on social media as well too. You would also see them on, especially on Facebook Messenger as well. Probably to an extent, Instagram as well too for direct messaging on Instagram. But overall too, just for companies too, I would kind of surprised too from a lot of companies that they haven't made as much progress on trying to get bots to be able to carry out more complex tasks than they are right now. I would think, considering Big Rip Bear, hey Bear, welcome to the stream. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Welcome. Hope you're having a good evening, sir. Thank you for being here. But, yeah, it's like Richard. I'm doing all right tonight, Bear. How are you? I hope everything's fine with you. But yeah, like I was saying too, again, if anybody has any questions about our topic on bots, let us know into the chat. But yeah, this was suggested to us by I know. I saw it, and yeah, and they lost to Everton as well. They lost to Everton 4-0. Yeah, not too long ago. I think it was last week. But yeah, I think right now my team AC they're in Coppa Italia. They were playing Lazio earlier today. Last I checked, it was 1-0 in the first league. Well, Liverpool's got Barcelona coming up in the Champions League, and that's going to be, I think, it's either the 30th of April or May 1st. I forget which one. Hold on. Since we're here. It's April 30th or May 1st. It finished one. Yeah, it's the first leg. So in the aggregate, Lazio leads 1-0. 1-0. But, there's the second leg still. Yeah, but AC's been inconsistent this year. It's been kind of disappointing to watch them at times. Even though this past week, we were playing Parma, and we should have got 3 points. But in the 87th minute, just give up the tying goal. But, I thought it was the first. Maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. I could be wrong there, too. Because I thought it said the first leg. I thought so. But, let's see. But you may be right. No, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right, Bear. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right. I thought it was like the first leg. Well, never mind then. I thought it said the first leg, too. ESPN was wrong. Unless I read it wrong. Because I forgot about the 26th of February. Yeah. Lazio wins, of course. Oh. Well, there's always, the Champions League for next year. No Coppa Italia for us, but, Yeah, Swindon Town. Yeah, I haven't, really seen, I know Norwich was playing for the English League Championship. Norwich was. I don't know how Swindon Town is doing, to be honest. I haven't checked on them lately. Swindon Town. I don't know. I don't know if they get championship. Yeah, Norwich. Yeah, Norwich is being promoted to Premier. I know Ipswich is being relegated. But Norwich, I don't know. We'll see how Norwich will do in Premier League next year. I don't see them really just standing up well to the Spurs or Man City or even Chelsea or Arsenal. I don't see that happening. But I guess we'll see. They're terrible. Oh, I know. Ipswich, they're rivals too. It's Norwich are towards the top of the table being promoted. Ipswich's down at the bottom and they're being relegated. But thank you for the Twitch link, Sierra. Thank you. Fake Cup. Okay. I'll have to see the standings on there. One team, look at Cardiff or Brighton. One team will go. I think it's still going to be Huddersfield. Huddersfield, I know is being relegated for sure. Cardiff's towards the bottom. Then Cardiff's the only team in Wales. I think Cardiff, Cardiff, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on. I'll just check the table right now, too, for Premier. Because I know Huddersfield's already, it's already official. They're going to be relegated. I'm just I'm going to go over this for Sports Sunday, too. When we're heading towards the end of the season. Fulham. Yeah, that was the other team. Let's take a look here. There's still a few matches. I'll take a permanent vacation. Well, looks like it. See, the great, it's a great topic about bots, too. The irony. I know Zach Efron. Really? He's a Spurs fan? Interesting. Yeah, I don't really... Zach Efron. I didn't know he was a Spurs fan. But yeah, Brighton, they're 3 points ahead of Cardiff. But I don't think Cardiff's going to catch up, to be honest. I really don't. Okay, because as of right now, too, I think there's 3 matches left, or there's 3 or 4 premiere. Because yeah, this week like you have 1 or 2 matches being played every day. It's not like where they wait towards the end of the week or on the weekend, and then all the like most of the matches would play. But for now, it's just gonna be. They did, yeah. I don't know if they lost earlier today because I know the next match. I think Liverpool's got Huddersfield, which is not gonna be much of a match. I don't think. Need Manchester to draw to. Yeah, and then I think I thought you said Man U lost. I know, like I said, Everton beat him 4-0. That's on Friday, but yeah. Man U lost, yeah, to Man City. But, I don't know, we'll see, too. But for Man City, yeah, look who's here. Azan, welcome. Welcome, Azan. Welcome to the stream. How have you been? Thanks for joining us. Thank you for being here. I hope you had a good day at school. I know you're in Pakistan, because I know like school's well right now it's gonna be like what I think 10 hours ahead. I want to say, so it's gonna be almost 4:30 in the morning too. But yeah, you probably have school coming up too, I believe. But yeah, I hope school's been going well. Thank you for being here. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, for Premier League. But yeah, thank you for being here, Azan. Thank you to everybody else for joining us. But yeah, I was just saying too. I was just noting too. But it was a good example too. Just now, just saying too, which is just not. I wonder if it's because. It might be because like, if I had to change my password and forgot to reauthorize stream elements to be in the put links into the chat. That's something else I should have mentioned too. That could be also another thing too, because like usually it'd just be like Friday. Good. Oh, it's 3. Oh, it's 9 hours then. Yeah, you're right. All right, it's 9 hours, and I apologize, but yeah, you're saying 4-0 for Liverpool. Bear. I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly, I think Liverpool probably clinch. To me, it probably wouldn't be much of a surprise too. You can see all people here as well. But yeah, you already had exams and you're on holidays, but that's good. How long are your holidays, Azan? How long are they going to last? Newcastle will be tough. Think so, Newcastle? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Newcastle really hasn't impressed me this year. West Ham, at least the beginning of the season, yeah, they were like towards relegation, but now at least they fought to at least the middle of the table. Yeah, it's not much, but at least they until resolved. Oh, okay, that's on. But I'm probably gonna say too. Let's see, Liverpool. I don't know. No, they're still 1 point behind Man City because they beat Man U earlier today. Yeah, I'll probably say honestly for Liverpool, I'll say 3-0. But I wouldn't be surprised if they get the 4th one and, like in stoppage time in the second half. But I'll say 3-0 against Huddersfield. But yeah, it won't be much of a match either way, too. Just have like the second best team, Premier League. Now with Man City being at the top because they won earlier. Rafa Benitez. Yeah, but as a manager, but yeah, we'll see. It's not necessarily just only the manager, it's who are the players on the pitch. It's not necessarily just the manager. Of course, the manager, the ex-Liverpool manager, would want to actually win that one. Freelancing ideas, buddy. Can I? Oh, Liverpool. Oh, Liverpool versus Huddersfield. Azan. That's their matchup coming up for them against Newcastle. Yeah, I'll go with that, Barry. Yeah, I'll say 2-1 Liverpool for Newcastle. I'll say that. That sounds about right. I think Newcastle will at least fight you, but then eventually Liverpool would just move past them. But I don't know. We'll see. But at least the final few matches, they should at least hopefully have some highlights from them. And again, I was just saying before too for Serie A, my team's already tied for 4th because now I was saying too, Atalanta is now tied for 4th too because they won earlier. They won, I think against Juventus. Let me check. I think it was against Juventus, I believe, if I was not mistaken. Table. I know, like I said, to my team, they tied 1 goal apiece. So like I said, too, yeah, they're now tied. Roma is now in 6th. I think we're playing Torino, I know. And Tiger was one of the Masters. Liverpool, yeah, I'm actually watching cricket now because we're going to have a... Oh, nice, Azan. Okay, I didn't know the World Cup was going to be in Pakistan. Nice. Liverpool, yeah. I don't think too many people will take either their Newcastle match. They're not going to take Huddersfield. You're a brave person for taking. If you're Huddersfield versus Liverpool, you'd be very Ajax, yeah. And then I know. And then everybody's just saying, "Oh, Ronaldo's not worth it. Oh, we're all questioning Ronaldo." Well, anything that goes. There we go. Oh, I don't have this problem on Twitch. It's freezing. Ugh. Ronaldo's like, oh god. All the Ronaldo fanboys are just like, just they can't get over it. It's just like, oh man, it's like it's the VAR. Yeah, flag alert. I know, sir. Yeah. Much like it, the fanboys of Ronaldo, Bear. He's gonna cry a lot. Those things. Yep, Napoli. Okay, I don't know why I said Juventus. Sorry, I don't know why I said Juventus. It is Napoli. I don't know why I didn't think that they allowed to beat Napoli 2-1 earlier this week, and now they moved to the tie for 4th against AC. And I think AC might be Turin or Torino. It's the Italian word for Turin, but let's see this. But yeah, we're already out of Coppa Italia, but it's been somewhat disappointing for our team too. It's been somewhat disappointing. I don't know. Maybe my expectations were too high. But I think it's gonna be. Yep, we got Turin. So, maybe we can't say it because we'll be angry because we're making fun of them. Oh, maybe they should take that anger and just win for the 8th straight year in Serie A. They already got the Scudetto or the regular season Serie A match or regular season Serie A season championship. They're gonna finish clinch at the top of the table because their fans will cry. Yeah, and pretty much every miss is a funeral. Just pretend it's a funeral, I mean, they already are wearing in their kit or for their jerseys. They already got half of it's black, so they're already halfway to a funeral. So it makes it seem like, but yeah, Dybala and much like Dybala, and then also basically with Pogba, it's basically been for as well, and then also Lukaku. And that's for Man U. Not a general player, but given the expectations he had us on, yeah, he's not playing as well as he should. I mean, Juventus was going to probably finish at the top anyway, just because I think it's the 8th straight year now, like I said, that they've won the Scudetto or just the regular season championship for Serie A. They're kind of discouraging if you're not a Juventus fan. Good. Yeah, but still, for the amount of money they're paying him to, I think he should have been playing better. I don't know if he's just like he's holding back, but I don't know. But yeah, when you're a Juventus too, you kind of get used to just either you should win or you better be always winning kind of attitude. But I don't know. It's just for the standings too. Just let's see. Then Chievo somehow won their second match, which that kind of shocked me too when I saw it. It was like, what? So where was that all season? But they're still going to be relegated. But yeah, either he's not getting his vitamins. Yeah, he could be just out of form too. When he was with with Real Madrid. I mean, yeah, he's not the same player. I don't think. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe like next year will get better too. But who knows? But anyway, thank you to everybody for joining us. Just for our Q&A series main topic discussion on bots. If anybody has any questions on either just like bots in general too, or share their experience, feel free to share into the chat. But in general, some players lost to Liverpool. I remember that, yeah. And then and then Bayern had an early exit too, which kind of surprised me as well. Ajax gonna be interesting to watch. Ajax, and then they got the Spurs, and then Barcelona's got Liverpool. But it will be interesting to watch next week. I'll try to actually watch as much. I don't know if both of them are going to be on TV. I hope so. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. But I'm glad too, at least like some of the teams too, like at least in Champions League, not always the favorite's going to win, because whether it's towards the top two, whether now with Liverpool they're trying to win. I don't know. It's like the first time in like 20 years they're trying to win. It's been a long time for them too, but yeah, you mostly hear Man U and Chelsea, basically. Maybe Arsenal, and then. But yeah, but either way, Spurs and Man City too, I think will be a threat going forward as well too, from here. My collab, which collab is on? Which one? I'm not thinking. I can't think of a collab that we're doing. If it's in terms of YouTuber meetups too, I don't know what the next one's gonna be. We only done one. I want to do more in the future, but anyway, just get to like more about what season. Oh, wrestler. Oh, I know. He's a cool guy. I like him, Azan. I don't know. For spotlight interviews, if he wants me to do another one, I'd be happy to do it. You don't say J. It's a quiet J. IX. Which one for IX? For the yeah, for IX. I don't know why I said it weird. Yeah, I can't pronounce half of these names too. I feel kind of stupid, but oh well. Uh, but yeah, yes, IX. Man, you both are on the next. No, it's hopefully, but yeah, if he wants to do another spotlight interview, I'd be happy to do it. I like the first one that I did. Uh, but I don't know. That's up to him if he wants to do one or not. But thank you for the Twitter link, Sierra. I know I can't pronounce everything. I didn't even hear of this team. I don't really watch Dutch football. Not really that much too. I didn't really hear of them, to be honest. But you know, a lot of the teams do this. I never even like heard of like some of them. Even if it's at UEFA, but still, mostly I just watched either Serie A or some Premier League. I don't know why he's not. Well, because it's busy with his son too. He normally does them when he has at least a little bit of time when he's at home when no one else is there. He can tell you why too with his son too. His son requires just more attention and requires just more care than like the average child does too. Two goals scored, one more when I the semifinal. It wasn't. They had to wait that long too for Ajax. Ajax, like not saying it right, but Ajax is having the semis. But I don't know. We'll see though. But yeah, most likely just for the stream too. I didn't plan for it to like go past an hour. I'm just like I let everybody know too. We're still gonna have our 8:45 p.m. stream on Twitch. I know for those two, it's if they're in different time zones too. If it's later too, it's like it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But I'm just letting everybody know. Spurs. Yeah, that's gonna be a good match though against the Spurs. But yeah, yeah, Sierra. I don't know on your Samsung phone too. Do you still have the Twitch app available? By any chance, I heard somewhere on Reddit too. They took down like one of it's just on Samsung TVs. I think they discontinued the Twitch app for some reason. Yeah, Harry Kane's been injured for a while, and that's like without Harry Kane too. The Spurs are going this far too, which is still impressive. Yeah, maybe a VAR gave them kind of the win just on aggregate against Man City. Yeah, you can argue that, but you know, still without Harry Kane in there in the semifinals, it's still impressive. Basically, like the most notable player on Spurs, but it's like, well, whether. Oh, you still do? Okay, maybe I'm just thinking of Samsung TVs. That what the Reddit post was talking about. Maybe it was just Samsung TVs. Screaming injury. Oh, I hope so, Bear. Yeah, I think it's for Euros. Is that for Euro qualifying? Because I know the Euro here. I forget where it's gonna be held at. Fleffernator. What about him? For a YouTuber meetup or just in general as a collab? Because he's the one who suggested this topic in the first place. I know for like at least the second half of the stream, we really haven't talked much about really about Boston journalism. Yeah, but England played right World Cup too. I was saying this before too. They really impressed me. I did not think they were going to get to the semifinals. I didn't think so too. But again, I didn't think it was going to be like Belgium. I think it was Belgium, England. It was England, Croatia. France obviously won against Croatia. England. I think it was Belgium, the other team. I want to say Belgium. Maybe. I think it was Belgium, I believe. The top four. But yeah, they really impressed me. But yeah, Harry Kane was like a big part of that as well too. I knew Lukaku played for Belgium. Oh, Nation League. Oh, okay. I don't know the Euro qualifiers are. Naming want to double check. Need something or review? Not this time. I was on. No, Croatia and Belgium. Yeah, and then France and England. But no, it's not this time too. If I think of something that I would like to either like either I'm gonna like review either something I'm eating or I'm drinking, I'll let everybody know. I haven't thought of anything yet. When I normally do those too, it's either food products or something like a beverage too. Either I find interesting or just something I would like to share. Something that's I think hasn't really been done too often, and ideally hasn't really been done really much before. But yeah, I would let everybody know too if I think of something. Oh yeah, I was one of them too, Bear. I'll be honest, I was one of them. I did not think they were gonna like do that well. I guess they really have much faith in them too. Just before too, England just historically in the World Cup too, it's just like let their country down a lot, especially when it counted the most too. Just basically when the match was on the line too, and their tournament lives were on the line too, they didn't always really come through. But again, that's only historically. I know the Euro Cup's gonna be next year. I don't know. I figured they would have started qualification. They should have had not qualifiers to like but they should have at least started soon by now. I don't know, or well, they'll probably just have friendlies. It's like the UEFA Nations League Cup is coming up too, like Bear said. But I don't know. But we'll see. There's gonna be a lot. Next year's the Euro Cup. Yeah, but I'm gonna miss like another not until 2022. We're gonna have another World Cup. But well, I know the Women's World Cup is gonna be this year too. I think it's gonna be held in France for 2019. I think Women's World Cup is gonna be in France, but maybe there's like one U.S. national team that will actually, I don't know, actually play well. I would expect the women's team to actually play a lot better than the men's, considering that the women's team has won 3 World Cups already, and the men's have, barely gotten even close. Team of 1. But anyway, yeah, just like I said, don't have USA again. What, like the men's World Cup or the women's World Cup, Bear? I don't know. I think let us have like the women's World Cups too. I know we have 3 of them, but should we have that for football? I mean, yeah, now it's like there's no alliance of American football anymore. That the league's now gone. It didn't even last 1 year. Like I was saying before, too, it was just so disappointing. The world they won't qualify for the men's. I think the men's eventually will qualify again. I don't know, but hopefully 2022 for the next one they qualify. Just an embarrassment they couldn't get into the last one. The men's, yeah. I don't know. I think they'll eventually qualify too. Now, will they play well? Probably not. I don't expect them to play well. I don't know, like what type of team that they would have. Well, in his prime too, but yeah, he's past it too. That with Landon Donovan, it's definitely past his prime. It's like Clint Dempsey. Who else? Yeah, and then Wayne Rooney. Obviously, his days of national player are over, which is why he's in the MLS. But then David Beckham was just worried about getting his Miami team. For MLS. Even though I don't know how that's going, but I think they're still having issues too. He finally got his team approved, but I don't know if they're playing in downtown Miami. They're just gonna play in a suburb outside of Miami. It's like I don't know. It's pretty. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Clint Dempsey. No, he's old and bald. Yeah. Wayne Rooney's the old man. Old man Rooney. Yeah. There'll probably be a joke too. They could probably take all the retired either English or European players and play them against the current U.S. lineup too, and see how they would do. Sadly, I really wouldn't think the U.S. would really. I wouldn't say for sure they would even win. They would probably end up maybe drawing or maybe something like that, maybe even losing. Game is in it for the money. Oh, David was just in it for like anything else he's doing, of course. Like his name and his face are basically what he has now too. It's not his soccer ability anymore. It's not him way he could bend like Beckham like he used to. But yeah, he just does stuff. Yeah. It's like most of them too. He's just he's still trying to be the face of a league he's not part of anymore. Bear. He went from Premier and then UEFA in general too. Then he's just trying to do that for MLS, but he's not gonna get far with that. But then also now they're trying to make like the face of like UEFA. They're just trying to make it like for Ronaldo. Messi is always like always plays Messi. I know he's in Barcelona now, but still. It's always been behind, like with Ronaldo. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's trying, but yeah, David Beckham's gonna fail at that as well too. But he shouldn't be upset too. He got probably a lot farther in terms of endorsements, and all that. Than most people thought beyond his playing ability, but I don't know. We'll see. Is there anything else to chew? I like the topic. Then it's a shame because he. Oh, I know, but yeah, he's more worried about getting a Miami team, apparently. But really, soccer is here ruining gun? No, I didn't. I heard McGregor was they dropped charges against McGregor. I know McGregor's just in UFC and it's not to do with soccer, but yeah, of course Rudy did. I didn't hear about that either. I heard about McGregor, but I know again, like I said, it's UFC. But come on, so MLS too. But MLS, a place where it gets so boring that you have to get in a scuffle with police. But really for soccer or football here, he's a I know Conor McGregor. Yeah, I think more people are starting to figure that out too. It's like, oh god, oh man. It's like at some point he's not gonna. He still can't fight anymore because like at this point, can he still actually be competitive in UFC? Probably not. I mean, I would just like to see Mayweather just beat him. Fantasy. It's like basically Fantasy Island. You just come here too. You just come to relax, come here for women, and enjoy your semi retirement. So you're not really fully playing anymore too, but you haven't completely walked away. But it's a hobby. This is just basically a hobby. This is just basically weekend money. This is pub money that you're playing for, basically. Whether it's pub money or just want to go to a track or a club, that's basically MLS's salary, especially to those who have had long and illustrious European careers. But that's basically the way it would generally just be for the MLS. And until that stigma goes away too, I don't think the MLS really has much of a chance of having any sort of real competitive chance against UEFA or anywhere else too. But yeah, that's the way. Yeah, that's mostly how MLS generally is too. You think David Beckham came here in 2007 for the Galaxy because it was like, yeah, because this could grow his career? God, no. Big bucks. Oh yeah, and he knows it too. It's just like he's got his name. Everybody knows who I am already. They're not gonna expect a lot from me because I'm already old. I just show up on the pitch, wave, and then just like, just like basically get to watch matches for free. I might have to play a little bit or participate, but I basically get to watch for free. That's basically how it is. But all right, guys. Probably gonna what we got is that guy? Yeah, yeah. That's what he does after football. After his football career, yep. Underpants advertisements or adverts, whatever you want to call them. It's like he'll just say like, babe, some things never change, regardless of age. Some things never change. Kind of, oh God. It's like, all right, if you're gonna do that, have that with Victoria as well too. Just make it a family thing or at least a couple thing. All right, yeah, no problem, Barry. See you later. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. I should go Swindon Town, by the way. Not sure how much of their season is left, but go Swindon Town regardless. Thank you for joining. We're having a great night. Bear, sleep well. I'll talk to you later. With that being said, too, I'll probably just wrap up the stream here, just because I don't want to go past an hour or two. I just want to get ready for our next stream over on Twitch. So I'd like to thank everybody who joined us here tonight. Thank you everybody for being here for enlightenment, or at least a better or clearer picture on what bots are and then how you interact with your daily lives and how you think it'll affect us in the future. All right, no problem, Bear. Well, always welcome here. 2 games left, then it's the end of saying, okay, yeah, 2 matches left. All right. Well, either way, they can finish strong, but either way, always welcome here. Thank you again to everybody for joining us here too. We'll start our Twitch stream at our regular 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting time. I'll see you again, Bear. Thank you again for joining us. Again, when we are done here on YouTube, you already know what time it is. It'll be time to switch to Twitch. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. We'll see you guys later on, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll let everybody know on our Twitter at VerdictSquadNow. Yeah, YouTube, Bear. Look after yourself as well. No problem. We'll be waiting. Thank you again for being here. We'll let everybody know on our Twitter at VerdictSquadNow what game we'll be streaming. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you guys really soon live over on Twitch.